Shalawam, shalawam. First and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalawam to the sincere Ahtham out there pushing and preaching 100% doctrine on the highways and byways. Shalawam to the hopeful elect, Tabernacle of David. It's your brother Yaram and Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson. This will be Ecclesiastes 5th chapter breakdown, and let's get right into it. Alright, the caption is your attitude towards Yahawah, power. First verse. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of power, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Alright, and the house of power would be what? When you amongst the brothers, when you are, on the corners, when you are even in the comment board, under the elders, under the brothers' teachings, right, where the word is being put out in the correct doctrine, right, in the correct spirit, where 2 or 3 are gathered in the true name, then that is the house of power. That's the house of Yahawah. Okay, he does not need temples. He does not need 4 walls. That is not where he's dwelling at. Alright, he dwells in us. We are a temple in itself. Okay, so be careful with the words that you say and the things that you do when you're going forth. Let's keep it going. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before power, for power is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. Alright, and I want to jump over to Barak or Ecclesiastes and just touch on this real quick, a precept. Let thy speech be short, let thy words be few. Let thy speech be short, Ecclesiastes 32:8. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much, and few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. Alright? So, you don't want to say too much, man. You want to chill, and you just want to, be short in speech. Okay? You don't have to be talking too much. What loves to talk, what loves to speak a lot? Women, man. Women like to converse and use all these words and things to get their point across. A true sign of a wise man is short words, not saying too much. You don't got to be talking, man. All right, the loudest one in the room is most certainly 99%, man, the dumbest one, man. All right, third verse. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto power, defer not to pay it. For he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. And that brings to mind the story of Jephthah, where he had to basically sacrifice his daughter because of the vow that he made to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? So be careful with a vow, making a vow to Yahawah. So, that's just, be careful, man. Don't say you're gonna do something and you can't possibly do it. And he had to do it, right? So you gotta be careful with what you say, because he holds you accountable. 5th verse. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say that thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should power be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thy hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also diverse vanities, but fear thy power. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent, perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. So when you see the poor, you know that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi has ordained for that to be. Don't marvel at it. Don't marvel at the riches. Okay, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi has ordained for the rich man to be that. Regardless if that rich man is being preserved for judgment or he's just been set up. Okay, the kings are set up, the governors are set up, the princes are set up. Everything is set up by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Alright? And also, according to speech, Let's get something over here. Sirach 28. And I'll get a little bit out of here. Because be careful with your speech. In the Good News translations. You can blow on a spark to make it glow, or you can spit on it to put it out. Either way, you do it with your mouth. Alright? Going back to the vow. Going back to being rash with your words and choosing your words correctly. Vicious talks. Gossips and liars deserve to be cursed because they have been the ruin of many people who were minding their own business. Salakia. Many have had their lives ruined and have been driven from their homes because of people who meddled in their business. Such unwanted interference has resulted in the destruction of strong cities and the homes of respected people. Meddlers have caused faithful wives to be divorced, robbed of everything they had worked for. Anyone who pays attention to slander can never find peace of mind. A whip can raise a welt, but a vicious tongue can break bones. More people have died as a result of loose talk than were ever killed by swords. Count yourself lucky if you have been spared the experience of having irresponsible talk directed against you. If you have never had that iron yoke around your neck or those heavy chains on your legs, slander leads to a miserable death, but in fact you'll be better off dead. Hey, if you felt it before, brothers speaking on you and you know it's not true, then you can relate. And I man, every brother in this truth has felt that, man. Or you not, if you haven't, you will. Okay, especially with persecution and things that's transpiring. So get ready for it. Alright? And that's because these people are what? Rash in their speak. They're rash with their mouth. Their heart is hasty to utter anything. Alright? They just speaking out the side of their neck, as we say it, man. Alright, let's continue. The folly of riches. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance will with increase. This is also vanity. Trusting in your riches, trusting in mammon. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There was a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. A rich man is never satisfied. Understanding that, right? But those riches perish by evil, travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go, as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil. You can't take nothing with you to the spirit world. Alright? Being carnally minded. You see the Egyptians used to bury treasure in their tombs with them, thinking they could take it in the spirit world. No, you can't. It's not coming with you. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? All this work you did is going to go. This right here is the work that you need to be doing in these scriptures. Feeding the sheep. This is the work that's not vain. Right? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he have much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and to drink and to enjoy the good of all his labor, that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, when power giveth him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom power hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of power. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because power answered him in the joy of his heart. So once again, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi ordains riches. And let's get that in the book of 1 Samuel. Yahawah kills and makes alive. He brings us down to the grave and brings up. Yahawah makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. Understanding that at the end of the day, Yahawah does all of that, man. Alright? And I'm going to get a couple of these in James 5:1. Now listen, you rich people, New International Version. Weep and wail because of the misery that is coming on you. New Living Translation. Look here, you rich people, weep and groan and with anguish because of all the terrible troubles ahead of you. English Standard Version. Come now, you rich, weep and howl for the miseries that are coming upon you. Alright, KJV. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. It's not gonna be all peace and nice just because you men have money. Just because you have riches and you can build bunkers and things like that. Alright? Man, as the dude Tupac said, man, the rich shall eat, the poor shall eat the rich. Right? You know, and it's looking like that for real. So with that being said, I hope this has been the conclusion of Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter. All praise be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. What's up, y'all? Alright, Shalawam.